Whispers Estate, a paranormal home. Sometime in the year 1899, over 100 years ago now, Dr. John Gibbons and his wife Jessie moved into a beautiful white house in Mitchell, Indiana. The house had been built a couple of years earlier, but for some unknown reason, the previous owners never occupied it. The Gibbons believed that this place would be a cozy and secure home for their family. But little did they know that tragedy would soon befall them. Their lives will be plagued by repeated misfortunes, turning this once cozy home into one of the most eerie places in America. This is the story of Whispers Estate. Indiana, known for its humid climate and low cost of living, is one of the most popular states to visit in the United States. It is home to significant cultural institutions, attracting millions of visitors each year who are eager to immerse themselves in the state's culture and ambience. However, Indiana is not only renowned for these attractions, it is also infamous for being one of the most haunted places in the country. From the legend of the Lady in Grey, haunting Indianapolis's Crown Hill Cemetery, to the ghost of little Edna Collins, who is said to haunt the covered bridge in Little Walnut Creek, where she tragically drowned. Among Indiana's most feared and visited haunts is a house located in the capital city itself. This house has gained a reputation as the fourth most haunted house in the United States. Are you ready to meet her? With its nearly 130 years of existence, Whispers Estate has become the backdrop for countless terrifying stories. This stunning Victorian-style house, situated at 714 West Warren Street in Mitchell, has a long and storied history. Throughout the years, visitors and occupants of the house have reported unexplained phenomena, such as the sound of footsteps, fleeting shadows in the corner of their eyes, laughter from little girls late at night, as well as scratching and pushing sensations. Such occurrences are not surprising, considering the substantial number of people who, it is believed, passed away inside this house many, many years ago. The house was completed in 1894 by Dr. George White and his wife, Sarah. However, according to some accounts, they did not even reside here until it was sold 5 years later. In 1899, the house was purchased by John Gibbons and his wife Jessie, who moved in with their 3 children. As the Gibbons couple was unable to have children of their own, they adopted the 3 youngsters. Initially, the house provided a safe and joyful environment for the Gibbons family. However, within just 3 years, things took a dark turn. On Christmas of 1921, Rachel, one of the girls, ventured into the living room to catch a glimpse of the presents beneath the tree. It turned out to be a tragic decision. Unbeknownst to Rachel, the tree was adorned with candles instead of electric lights. In an unfortunate accident, she tripped over the tree, igniting her dress and starting a fierce fire that quickly engulfed the room. Though the fire was contained before causing significant damage to the house, it was too late for Rachel. Covered in severe burns, she passed away 2 days later. Since then, her spirit has remained trapped within the confines of the house. Her faint and gentle footsteps often heard, particularly in the area where her room used to be. Rachel, however, was not the first spirit to be bound within Whispers Estate. Shortly after Rachel's tragic demise, little Elizabeth, a 10-month-old baby, inexplicably passed away in her crib within the master bedroom. The circumstances surrounding her death remained a mystery to all. The weight of losing 2 children proved unbearable for Jessie Gibbons, who, devastated, succumbed to pneumonia and passed away 2 months later. Dr. Gibbons continued to reside in the house for decades, utilizing it both as his residence and medical practice. He operated on patients and maintained his medical office within its walls. Unfortunately, over the course of his 27-year career, numerous patients, including several young children, lost their lives within the house. Less than 3 years following his wife's passing, an investigation was initiated against Dr. Gibbons, suspecting that he had descended into madness and posed a threat to himself and others. The doctor frequently claimed to hear the whispers of his late wife Jessie or little Rachel in his ears. However, just 4 days later, it was determined that Dr. Gibbons was not insane and did not require hospitalization. Though it was not mentioned at that time, what he heard was indeed real. Whispers Estate boasts over 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a stone basement, and an unfinished 3rd floor. Many of the original hardwood floors remain, harkening back to a time when the house was constructed nearly a century ago. The interior is adorned with elegant antique furniture, yet all of these features pale in comparison to the most remarkable aspect of the house. For decades, visitors, residents, and paranormal investigators have reported hearing Rachel's playful footsteps as she runs, laughs, and plays throughout the house. Witnesses have described seeing bouncing beach balls and sensing her merry presence. Some researchers claim that Rachel's old room emits the friendliest and most innocent energy in the entire house. This sentiment extends to the rest of the property as well. Grief and fear did not leave Whispers Estate with the Gibbons family. At some point, the house transitioned into an apartment building, with tenants renting its rooms. It is believed that during the 1950s or 1960s, a man passed away in the upstairs bathroom, and a young child tragically lost their life after falling down the stairs. Visitors have reported experiencing the strong scent of baby powder and hearing the cries of a baby in the master bedroom, even when no baby is present. Many who have stayed in this room have encountered a sudden sensation of suffocation or the feeling of someone sitting on their chest as if stealing their breath away. It is in this very room where Jessie Gibbons died of pneumonia, and little Elizabeth's passing remains unexplained. The footsteps within the house are often light and playful, reminiscent of children at play. However, at times, different footsteps are heard, ones that are heavy, stern, and menacing. While the children's footsteps are harmless, the others are not. These menacing footsteps are frequently accompanied by knocks, scratches, and various forms of physical contact, causing distress and unease. After sitting vacant for several years, the house found a new owner in 2006, who purchased it with the intention of converting it into a bed and breakfast. The house required urgent renovations, and during this period, paranormal activity intensified significantly. The owner began hearing mysterious knocks, footsteps, and whispers. It was during this time that the house earned the name by which it is now famous, Whispers Estate. One of the most chilling revelations concerns the backyard. According to several psychics who have visited the house, there are 4 graves containing human remains. Additionally, there is a pit grave where amputated limbs, organs, and aborted fetuses have been discovered, according to researchers. The 2nd floor is relatively calmer compared to the 1st floor, where paranormal activity is more pronounced. However, neither area compares to the attic, which has been described as the heart of the house, harboring the most intense paranormal experiences. Investigators have often experienced a sense of unease and discomfort as they approach the attic area on the 3rd floor. They describe it as a place permeated with the scent of death and rebirth. Those who attempt to sleep in the attic often suffer from distressing nightmares and a profound sense of anguish. They report hearing noises as if something is trying to gain entry to the room, including scratching, pushing, and banging on the door handle. One prevalent claim regarding Whisper's estate is that the location sits atop a portal, making it an ideal place for supernatural beings to manifest and for trapped souls to linger. Many visitors have reported sightings of a massive, tall, and thin black shadow moving through the rooms formerly occupied by Dr. John Gibbons. This spectre is known as Big Black. While Big Black has not displayed aggression towards owners or visitors, psychics who have encountered this entity describe it as a terrifying being that does not belong in our world and should not be provoked. As for Dr. Gibbons himself, his soul is said to be one of the most mischievous entities within the house. There are accounts suggesting that during his medical practice, Gibbons behaved inappropriately with some of his female patients. In the area that was once his quarters, when Big Black is not present, disembodied footsteps of an entity can be heard, engaging in inappropriate touching and whispering in the ears of young women. Little Rachel is perhaps the gentlest and most harmless entity in the house, though she has occasionally startled visitors. Her old room is adorned with beach balls and dolls donated by visitors, creating an unsettling ambience in what is considered the safest room in the house. Rachel is said to have favorite dolls, and if you engage in conversation with her, she may make them produce sound. In 2006, a woman named Nancy brought Rachel a new doll and placed it on the bed. After spending several hours attempting to communicate with Rachel's spirit, when Nancy returned to bid Rachel good night, the doll had mysteriously vanished. After 3 months, Nancy returned to Whisper's estate and attempted to communicate with Rachel once again. During their interaction, Nancy inquired about the doll she had previously brought for Rachel. Suddenly, the doll fell down the stairs, displaying signs of burns and emitting the scent of ashes and charcoal, reminiscent of Rachel's tragic fate. Whisper's estate has become a legendary and renowned location in the United States, captivating even the most skeptical individuals when it comes to beliefs in ghosts, entities, and the paranormal. Many visitors have left with scratches, bites, and other inexplicable marks on their skin. It is a place that challenges our understanding of the world, reminding us that there is more to existence than what our senses, knowledge, and scientific understanding can comprehend. Within its walls, life and death, the physical and the spiritual, the familiar and the unimaginable coexist in a perpetual dance. Stay tuned for more content on the channel, and don't forget to subscribe. Make sure to turn on notifications as well. Until next time,